in position. Time is of the essence, Agent.
I'm gonna have to get closer. There's way too much action here. I always like to pop these crates before I get started.
Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Heavily armored hostile detected. hostile detected.
Okay, we've got a serious haul to reach the next objective. I'm not even going to screw around with anything here except for this shit that's out in the open. Whatever else is going to have to... oh, fuck. There's this too. We got a serious trek.
Friendly control point detected.
If I keep weaving between the blocks, I should be able to shake any patrols, but I don't want to miss the chance for a kill squad, you know. Kill squad will be very helpful.
I'll put him down.
I believe there's an ammo crate somewhere over here. Oh shit, that's a heavy.
We lost a friendly.
I really am kind of hoping that I end up getting a kill squad here because
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Hostile is back up.
System disrupted.
Support is needed.
System back online.
they're blocking off the fucking ammo crate from me. Where the fuck is this son of a bitch? I have multiple fucking hostiles too.
Visual is negative.
Where the fuck is this bitch? There's the ammo crate. You have 4 minutes to get all the way fucking downtown? Like, come on, man. Holy shit.
Watch out. There's a kill squad in the area.
All right.
UAVs are up.
Fuck. I'm boxed in here. Oh shit, they've already dialed me in too. This is bad. And now I have fuckers up on my 6 as well. I'm gonna be fucking out of ammo by the time I get to this objective. But our priority is that we're not out of time.
Kill squad down.
See if I can scavenge some ammo here. I bought myself a little time, but... And the fucking more of them spawning behind me. You gotta be fucking shitting me. Alright, well I'm gonna have to get creative here with how I assault this, this objective. I'm gonna have to slip into the rear, get behind these assholes. Some ammo here. Oh, wait. Yeah, they're holding strong on the right, but I know a secret entrance. Question is, am I going to have time still to knock this fucking place out with how much enemy activity there is here? I don't know if I will. I'm gonna have to get right up in the mix.
Stop them advancing.
Grenade! Outgoing! Grenade! No line of sight from here. Hostile foot mobile on the lookout.
Alright, I don't have time to fuck around.
En route.
I'm going to have to use what ammo I've got.
Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
And then fall back deeper into this compound.
Heavily armored hostiles detected.
Venture out for ammo, then I shouldn't have to run back too much.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Alright, 146 and I've got half a pack. I'm gonna have to get them as close up on me as I can. Come on, dude, get into fucking cover. Alright, we did it. It was a little close, and that was an insane number of enemies spawning along the way. I mean, shit. I mean, the longer, obviously, the farther I run, the more enemies are going to be spawning, which kind of sucks, but, you know, at least we got there. We're going to get the full number of diamond transceivers. Instead, last time I didn't get the, I'm going to put that video up too, but I didn't get killed, I just ran out of time because it was in the two bridges, and just like this one, the fucking control point is on the other side, clear across the entire area, so it was not a good location for a retaliation, you know, just too much ground to cover. Okay, stop staring in there, dude. Now I hope this is enough diamond transceivers.
The area is stabilized. Good.
Okay, so alright. You should be alright then. It's the same as like it's 9 as usual. Got the diamond back blueprint. Let's head back to DC. And hopefully we have enough to, I mean, I probably don't have enough money yet too, because I'm pretty sure it's like 250K. Hopefully I'm mistaken. I didn't read that right and it was 25,000. That would be much more agreeable. I can cover that, but
Safe area detected.
the fuck? A little glitch there.
You want, Agent?
Okay, so we need rifle alloy, and we need, yeah, Black Tusk tactical assessments. Yeah, I can do that. Let's go and craft that. Actually, maybe I can craft that at this station. Yeah, I guess I can.
Incoming backup request.
Okay. So we'll need one of these. And then we will need probably a couple of these. I don't remember exactly what the number was, but I think 20 should do it. Holy shit. Fuck yeah. So on trigger pull, fire both barrels at once. Fire from the right shoulder, hits add offensive primers, and defensive primers when fired from the left shoulder. Okay. Hits from one shoulder will detonate all the opposite shoulder's primers when present. When detonated, each offensive primer deals 100% weapon damage. Each defensive primer grants 4% bonus armor and 10% amplified damage to armor plates. And it's doubled at 10 stacks. Looks like it has some reload speed benefit. A little bit of stability, some critical hit damage, a little critical hit chance. But yeah, this is apparently the rarest exotic weapon. So let's give her a whirl. It's got a lot of recoil. I'm gonna have to do a build with some recoil compensation. It hits pretty hard though. If I hold down full auto, the recoil is definitely considerable. You can see it's kind of all over the place. But it has a big ass magazine, that's a plus. It feels best when you just hold down for 2-round bursts. Look at all that extra armor though it generated. So this build, because I'm using core strength, it doesn't have a lot of emphasis on on accuracy and stability. I've got 65, which isn't bad. Stability at 45. I'm guessing for this weapon, I'm probably going to need upwards of 70 to 80% stability to actually feel control. Especially with sustained fire. You got an enemy up on you close. You're not really going to be taking your sweet ass time, and you're going to be laying it in hard and fast, especially against elites and whatnot. So I don't know if this is a weapon I would use. I mean, I'm going to use the Pestilence for this build because that's my go-to. I think it's the best LMG in the game, just with the debuff you get from Plague of the Outcast. But yeah, it's a cool weapon. I already, as you can see, I already got it proficient. I donate whenever I'm donating into proficiency. I do it with exotics. I don't usually donate towards any proficiency for named weapons or regular weapons because you get so many of them dropped that you just donate the weapon itself to get that going, to get your proficiency up. And within playing for a couple months, you'll have every single standard and named weapon proficient, especially during the events where you're getting named weapons and all sorts of caches and whatnot. But the exotics, what I do is I donate into, like for example, I hit Tinkering Station, go to Expertise, and I noticed a lot of new players don't know this, so they miss out. They're proficient, but they don't have any expertise. But you go into here, in your expertise area, and it'll show you everything that you have proficient, and then everything that you can donate to get proficient. With the weapons, I'm pretty much there with almost everything. But for example, the Centurion Scabbard, this is one I get a lot in exotic crates. We just hit X for research and go to donation materials, and then we donate, the in this case the protective fabric, and you see the level there, the proficiency rank. Now I'm at level 27, just broke to 27, only 3 more to go until I can start getting the gear I actually want to prototype level So there's a good reason, to be donating shit, and you want to get there quickly. So that's the entire idea. And you can also buy resources too. Like, see, I have a lot of steel, so that one is good. Find another one. This one I don't get dropped very often. Neither this one. The nimble holster, though, I get dropped a lot in the exotic crates and whatnot. So this one would be a good one to get proficient. L2. And I guess we'll do some of these electronics components. I try to keep around 2,500 as my minimum, so that I'm not, needing them when it comes to upgrading gear and whatnot. Like for example, with printer filament, one of the rarest resources, that I can get my drone up to snuff for longer, so it runs for a longer period of time, which is very beneficial. And you can do that through your actual skill enhancements of expertise. And I use the fixer, and it's at level 4 now. So you see it uses like 200 in this, now 230, but you see it's also using the others there. And then eventually, when I get it up to the higher levels, it'll start using just those. Yeah, exactly. You see right here. But the longer you do that, the more duration you have. For something like the fixer drone, that's awesome, because the longer duration, the longer you get healing. It's not like the hive, where there's a certain number of charges, and once it's out of charges, and the thing resets back to cooldown. With the fixer drone, as long as it's running, it's healing, or regenerating armor, and technically healing because it gives you health also. So if you can get your proficient or your expertise on the fixer up to, my maximum like 27 right now, that's 27% longer duration. That's a long time. You see, when I was playing, my drone already stays up for a really long time, but the longer I can get it when it comes to these that have like an open-ended resource of healing, that's like the way to go. It's not much. It's just a level 1. It's a skill tier 1, but that skill tier 1 is still providing me. I'll show you right here. It is skill tier 1, but it's giving me 70% more health, and it's giving me 20% armor repair. And then, as you can see, if I sit there, it's continuously, doing that. And then you can see the specs up above there for the stats. Duration, 9% additional health, in the mods I have, additional 6.5% armor repair. And then when you get really good mods, you just constantly upgrade it until you have, the best possible mod. So in this case, it would be like, a full 8% duration edition, a 10% health edition, and then a 8% additional armor repair. And it's just a matter of time before, that gets dropped at some point, and then, I can take a look now. Let's see if I have anything. So I got a bigger scan range. That's good for an attack drone, something offensive. 2 extra bombs, good for the bomber. More damage for attack drones. So pretty much everything. This one, the defender doesn't do shit, but something like a defender, damage reduction would be helpful. And then health again would be something more for like what I'm using. But as you can see, I don't have anything good yet. Everything below the level I've currently got, I break down. But yeah, that's, that is the perk, the benefit of retaliation is a bitch, but I got the Ravenous blueprint playing 1, and then I got the diamond transceivers I need to build it, doing 3 Black Tusk retaliations in a row, pretty much. And then when you get a Black Tusk kill squad that attacks you during your when you're running around doing your shit, you get like, I think, 2 diamond transceivers for every Black Tusk kill squad you encounter. So definitely make sure you check your blueprints, because I didn't even realize I was like, shit, I really am hoping I get, the Ravenous blueprint, because I've gotten all these blueprints for shit I already have. And I'm like, okay. I think it was during the shuttle launch, the Artemis launch video I did, I was talking about this. And then I guess I got it sometime in the next week or 2, because when I came into the blueprints here just to take a look and see what was going on, like what the value of the transceivers was, I was like, holy shit. So the rarest, supposedly, according to all these other players, the rarest weapon in the game dropped in just a normal freaking retaliation. I don't even think it was a Black Tusk retaliation. I think it was just a normal retaliation against the Outcast or someone. But pretty cool. This one I will most likely do, like, let's see, actually. Wait, no, the wrong. Here, I'm sorry, I'm glitching out here. So, the So What Do You Know? That is a good one that has a lot of rifle damage. But my biggest rifle damage one is actually the Hunter Killer, I believe. Now, the Hunter Killer, this is like one that I'll probably switch that around. I'll do an LMG or a hard-hitting assault rifle. This one I've got the flamethrower, so I do know that my weapons for this are going to be the marksman rifle, as far as what is compatible with my signature tree, my signature skills, will be marksman rifle, rifle, and LMG. So I could do another, a named LMG also, and then switch the Ravenous as the rifle I'm using. But you know, it just, I gotta tweak it to make sure it's just right. But this is the kind of weapon that it doesn't seem like when you just throw into whatever loadout you like. More of a weapon that you're gonna want to kind of take your time and, you know, make sure it feels, you know, make sure it feels right. Make sure you've got a shitload of additional rifle damage. I'm talking, you know, gear set unlock of additional 20%, additional 15% from your signature tree, and if you can, an additional 20% from another gear set unlock. But it would have to be two gear sets that are going to both provide you rifle damage, you know. And as far as that goes, it's going to basically have to be. Let me see which ones. Flip through here just as a reference point. And it can be something else. It can be like Legatus, where you're just getting the general weapon damage if you have two Legatus items equipped with the Ninja Bike Messenger pack. But let's see, I don't have any there. I know you do get it from Breaking Point, and you do get it also, I think, from Aces and Eights, I believe. Let me see. You don't get anything from Brief Factor. Yeah, you see, I don't have a lot of stuff. I know I get it from Overlord, but only 10%. But I get the 8% damage to target out of cover because of Fox's Prayer. And yeah, you can see 25% from, yeah, so you're going to want to use Breaking Point, but just one item. I mean, I guess you could do two using the Ninja Bike Messenger backpack, because then you're going to get the 30% headshot damage and more handling, which is great if you have a LMG as your other weapon, because you need to be able to reload that thing quickly, you know. But there's also, let me see, another one of these has 20% rifle damage. I just don't know if I have one equipped with it right now. And if you run those two together, you're getting 45 freaking percent rifle damage. I mean, that's going to be considerable using this weapon, especially if you can move in, slip in some kind of, here we go, Zwidoka SP. So you do use Zwidoka, you're getting the 20% from just one item equipped with the Ninja Bike Messenger packs. You're going to want to use Eagle's Graph. You get the additional weapon handling, which is awesome too. Again, very beneficial. I could basically put together a build right now that's complementary to this weapon. Now, Overlord, I could keep that rifle damage on Overlord and get more, you know, even more still, but accuracy, I'm feeling, is probably going to be important when it comes to this build too, so I might want to use Spot On, which I love. This is one of my favorite gear pieces here. You know, you get 48% accuracy in this one item. And then I get another 30% skill duration as well, which is really helpful when it comes to the healing or repair drone. You know, the longer I can get that thing going, like I was just talking about with expertise, the better. This and the expertise to combine, I mean, it'll go for like, I don't even know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, who knows. Long time. You know, in division game time, that's a long ass time. That might as well be like a fucking day. So I'd use this here. And then, yeah, we're not going to be able to use the benefit of core strength, obviously, for this, with the direction we're going. But I'm going to want to make up for that. I also, if I do use an LMG, I don't want it to be weak as fuck. I might use the recalibrated Heartbreaker vest to get that LMG damage, but really this is like Lingmo is the way to go for LMG damage. You get 30% with just two items equipped with the Ninja Bike pack. So that's pretty badass. I guess I could do the Lengmo there and the Lengmo mask and get 30% on that. But again, I wanna emphasize the I want to really emphasize the rifle damage on this. So I'm going to want to go with a breaking point. But I'm going to want to go with a named item for my vest. Most likely the 0Fs to get double armor pretty much every, whatever it is, 30 seconds or something. So let's take a look here and see what we can make happen. Okay, we already have a breaking point here. That's already hooked up nicely to get that additional rifle damage. So we'll move that to the inventory. And then as far as our vest goes, like I said, I was most likely going to do, yeah, Lingma we wouldn't really be getting much benefit from. Even though I love that the Mad Bomber is a, you can see, you know, it's a talent that you can put into anything, but cooking off grenades is awesome, you know, especially when you're flushing people out of cover. It's nice not having to really wait as much, and they don't have time to get away from them then, so you're going to see more damage from that. But let me see here. See, this guy I set up Unbreakable on. Optimal range and swap speed. And it's a 55-second cooldown, so it's a pretty long fucking cooldown actually. But if I do this, it gets me 1.3 million armor. So let's take a look at our stats now. It's pretty good headshot damage. 85% reload speed bonus. So that's pretty cool. 103% accuracy. So, yeah, right on the money. Stability, though, is weak. Stability is weak. I may have to adjust this. I may have to forget about... Yeah, see, look, it's kind of all over the place. You definitely have to fire it in just a, you know, a short hold of the trigger. You know, just enough to give you both of those rounds on target. Yeah, if you hold it down, it's just, you know, lot of jump. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see if we can do something else to get some more stability going. Take a look at the mask. Actually, no. Take a look here. Oh, okay. I've got two of these guys. Can break that down. Okay, so Douglas and Harding. I'm pretty sure. Let me think here. So if I switch up my holster to a breaking point, this is kind of a shitty one, but I can always recalibrate the attribute. Let's move that to the inventory. And then Douglas and Harding. I know that has a good named item. Yep, punch drunk. All right. Yes, that I can definitely work with. You know, fucking some serious headshot damage. I don't think I had a punch drunk in here before. No, I did. I had a punch drunk in here. Okay, my bad. Let's put you back. Even though this one has critical hit chance. I may need to get rid of some of this weapon damage anyway just to beef up my armor more. But, let's go put this breaking point in there instead. So that should give me some more control. Oh yeah, it feels much better. Now I don't have as much accuracy, but firing in 2-shot bursts, even single shot, so yeah, that feels pretty good. I'm sure it'll suffer a little bit when it comes to the distance accuracy. Yeah, it's only 55%, but 65 stability now. And honestly, I'd even prefer it be at 80. 75 to 80% stability for this would feel like right on the money. But 65 and 55 I can do. That's doable. That would definitely work out. And then as far as our other weapon, because we're not really emphasizing anything else, it's basically just going to be whatever is complementary to my signature skill tree. And that's looking like marksman rifle damage. Oh, bummer. I really don't. I mean, there is a marksman rifle that I could do with this build that would work out, since I would do the hand basket. Yeah, most likely I would do the hand basket, which is a pretty hard-hitting rifle that the longer you're zoomed in, the more damage you're gonna get. So that's a very good rifle. The rate of fire is not really what I prefer, but hey, it's a distance build. This will probably be the new American Rifleman build that I do. But you can see, like, yeah, it's got some power. It has some it certainly has some power. It's able to deal with named enemies pretty quickly. Let's see it at a distance here, what it's looking like. Pretty good, right? Let's see about the torso. And with the, yeah, that's a serious distance there. Yeah, you can see, I mean, it's kind of all over the place. When you're getting out to that distance there, you really do have to control the sights a little bit more. You can't just, kind of let it hang on that distance there and go. But yeah, whenever I switch to the left, as you can see, it just considerably flips that damage up like crazy. But yeah, no, this is a cool weapon. It's got a slower rate of fire, which is understandable with a rifle, but look at that drop on that named enemy target there. I mean, those really far ones, you can't really get the headshots in. and then it's almost instantaneous when you switch after you lay about a half a box into an enemy. You know, and then this guy. Yeah, so this is more of like a sniper type focused build, but with that, that increase in damage to the rifle, it's good. So, yeah, get out there and do those retaliations. It will reward you.